Welcome to another edition of ERI Audio Shorts. My name is Braxton Steichen, and today I'm here with Sean Powers, Bertha Fellow at ERI. Why did corporations want to become persons in the first place?
They don't want to be people in terms of natural persons. What corporations do want are some of the rights that natural people enjoy. For example, the rights to own property and the rights to sue in their own name.
What exactly is corporate personhood?
Corporate personhood is just the idea that amalgamation of people is a separate entity. It's a separate legal person. It can do stuff on its own, independent of its owners. It makes decisions in its own name. It owns property in its own name.
What is the corporate veil, and how does it tie into corporate personhood?
The corporate veil says that the shareholders of Coca-Cola, for example, are different from Coca-Cola Corporation. And the veil says that they're not liable, so Coke is not liable for the conduct of the shareholders, and the shareholders are not liable for the conduct of Coke Corporation.
What is a lot of the controversy over corporate personhood, and where does that stem from?
Again, to use Coke as an example, Coke may be a U.S. corporation, and Coke may create, a subsidiary company underneath Coke USA, which is, say, Coke Canada. There is also a corporate veil in between those two entities, between the parent and the subsidiary. And so a lot of the controversy will stem from the fact that Coke US cannot be sued for the wrongdoing that Coke Canada has committed. And this, I think, people see as quite problematic because we all know that the profits from Coke Canada are accruing to Coke USA. And so they're able to sort of benefit from incorporation, but not assume the liabilities of corporation because they can create as many legal subsidiaries as they want to insulate themselves from liability.
Now, are there any checks and balances to the power of corporate personhood?
So the doctrine is called piercing the corporate veil. Potentially, you could pierce the corporate veil to go after the owners. What we do more often is try to reverse pierce the corporate veil. So there is a subsidiary company, and we want to go up the chain to the parent to hold the parent liable. The efforts to pierce the corporate veil have not met with great success. The basic problem with the doctrine is that the U.S. courts have largely required a showing of bad purpose or a showing of fraud, that the corporate form is being used intentionally and maliciously to avoid liability.
In your opinion, what does the future of corporate power look like?
I don't think that in the United States, at least, there is a great deal of hope that the rise of corporate power will be ebbed. There has been a series of Supreme Court decisions, most notably the recent Hobby Lobby decision. The Supreme Court essentially said that a corporation could invoke the First Amendment rights of its owners. That seems to me to be irreconcilable with the vast majority of U.S. law. I don't have a lot of faith that U.S. courts, and at least this U.S. Supreme Court, is willing to draw reasonable lines around limiting corporate power. I mean, quite the opposite is shown, that they're willing to draw illegitimate lines that favor corporate power.
Thank you for listening, and please visit our YouTube channel to listen to more audio shorts like this one.